Hello, this is the Expedition Menu Project final review with Cameron Crowe, Richard Sterling, Austin Zanoni, and Matt Rutter.
So while we were developing our specification, throughout the entire semester, we were in close contact with our client, and we were having weekly Scrum meetings at the beginning of the semester and bi-weekly meetings near the end. During these meetings, we made sure that we were all on the same page with the clients about any new features that needed to be added or anything they really liked from our from up to our date prototype. We showed them every meeting.
So while we're designing our solution, we initially started with multiple different just paper drawings of the front end look of our website, and also we had whiteboards full of kind of like an object-oriented programming type thing where we were trying to see items that match up to ingredients, that match up to recipes, that match up to trips. And the biggest thing during this is we wanted to make sure that everything we had was easy to use, because that was the biggest thing with our client. They wanted that usually they could use it by their own, but it was difficult and took a lengthy amount of time. So we want to make this easy to use and make it a shorter process. And then during every meeting with our client, we also met with them and talked about any new design features or visuals that we were adding, just to make sure that they were okay with how the front end was looking and that they understood everything that was going on with every part of our program.
Testing. Anytime a new or complicated feature or aspect was added, we wrote tests for them. Those can be found in our tests folder. Each test tries to account for any edge cases, any weird or strange cases that may throw any errors, and just data validation as well. For all the small things, we used a lot of console logs to debug and figure out what the variables were doing, being passed or used by different functions.
Okay, and some of the design choices we made, we decided to use Bootstrap for a lot of our front-end interface stuff because it's very clean and easy to see, and also it's scalable for different types of computers, whether it be when they're working on a laptop or a desktop. And we also wanted this to be easily deployed to them. So that's one of the reasons why we chose Electron, because it's very simple to deploy to multiple computers that they have, even multiple OSs, like Windows and Mac are probably like the two major ones we needed to worry about. And so that was the two main big design choices that we made. And now what I learned, this project was the first time I ever worked with JavaScript, so a lot of the first month to month and a half was me just pretty much learning how to use JavaScript in general. And also with JavaScript, I was primarily working with a specific library, the PDF writer. And so I learned a lot about that, but also was making different functions in JavaScript for the PDF writer. Another thing that I learned, object-oriented programming, because since I never took that class here, doing this project really helped me understand building a program designed around using objects. And after this program, it kind of makes a bit more sense to me, because before, even your code, McAvoy, you always do object-oriented programming, and it took me always a while to figure out what you were doing, or sometimes I didn't even understand it at all. But now it makes a lot more sense to me, and so I feel like that really helped me out.
Also, I had never worked with JavaScript before, so I learned quite a bit about that and came to really not like it that much. Actually, once I started getting the hang of it, it ended up being all right. But the asynchronous of the JavaScript was really throwing me off. I had no idea that was even a thing. And once I got a hang on that, started making a lot more sense. What else did I learn? I also learned how to communicate with, somebody who wants like software designed for them and has, specific ideas and kind of goals. And so I think I learned a lot about communicating kind of the translation from like technical to layman speak. And what else did I learn? I learned a lot. I'll just say that. Learned a lot. Version control with GitHub. I had used it before quite a bit, but I think I took it up to another level with this project, and then just working collaboratively with a group.
All right, so this is Cameron. So I've worked a lot with web design in the past, so HTML, CSS, and JavaScript weren't anything new to me. However, working with a NoSQL database was definitely a big thing for me to learn. I've worked with SQL databases and SQLite in the past, but never NoSQL. So that was kind of a new thing. Along with Richard, working with a customer for the first time was a big thing. I'd never done that before, so I think it really did open up my eyes on how to meet customer specifications other than just my own specifications as to what I needed. And even though I have taken object-oriented programming, it was a nice brush up on exactly how everything works, especially in JavaScript, because it's a little bit, like Richard was talking about, it's a little bit wonky with doing object-oriented programming in that. So, yeah.
Okay, so along the lines of what I learned with the PouchDB and the NoSQL stuff, that was of course all new to me. So of course that was kind of my job of getting all that started up and at least communicating. So and during that process, I also learned a little bit more about the Node Package Manager, kind of the benefits and frustrations of it as well. And then luckily I was able to keep up with everything as far as JavaScript goes, but I was able to expand on that a little bit more as well. The clients were really great. Definitely a great type of client to start off with, because I think sometimes they were almost a little bit scared to ask for certain features, like they may be difficult to actually implement, but and most of the stuff they asked for, it really was simple. But you can definitely have those other clients that just demand everything and they really don't have any idea what they're truly asking for. So we were definitely beneficial in having them working with us so well. So yeah, that's what I learned.
Thank you for watching this video, and please like and subscribe below.
Have fun in Nepal.